Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Junior Podcast, where we're brought to our friends from Saturn Riser and Junior Racing Onboard Cam. We have our friends with a new person today, CH Fan, and wait, is Beat on here? I don't think he is. But with the returning people as our usual star guest, Nova Star.
Hi.
And our recent Sebring winner, Saturn Tuner. And then the most awesome person that's ever lived, Juan, JP McCrack. And then me, the person who won something in Junior. And then we have Ronnie Vibes, the owner of Junior Racing himself, on this podcast with us. I thought you were going to talk about SRU. Dude.
Okay. So, SRU has not returned yet, but Hero has just announced that preseason Thunder will begin in 2 weeks, so SRU is almost back. But during the meantime of that, there's been various announcements. Most importantly, Ron announced that the in-season challenge will be back for D2, but this time with different, a different format. Instead of 16 drivers participating like last season, it will be down to 8, and those 8 drivers will be the ones in the top 8 point standings after NOLA. And then it will be 3 races to fight for the in-season challenge win. Instead of 4, those races being Michigan, Charlotte, and the finale at Rockingham Speedway. Last season, I really don't remember who won. Who was it?
Wasn't it Freddie?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, it was Freddie. But yeah, last season it was pretty, unorganized because you had drivers who did not show whatsoever competing for the whole thing. But still just a fun little thing in the middle of the season. There's also been announced both D2s and D1 schedules. And do we want to go through them real quick?
I'd say we go
let's... Okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
Let's go with D2. By the way, D2 is back to Valvoline as the title sponsor. Valvoline is back, and we will start as always with a Florida Lottery 200 at Daytona. Just pretty chaotic race throughout the seasons. For example, in season 6, 5, like a big ass wreck on the final lap, and yeah, it's always like that. Then we got the Auto Club 200 at Auto Club Speedway. But yeah, Simon does not want to remember that. Okay, after Auto Club, we got the return of Sonoma to the schedule, the One Country 113. How do we feel about that, guys?
Anyone that's a road course merchant is definitely going to win that. I'll be attempting a double header at Sonoma with the Valvoline and the Cup Series, driving for Saturn and Ron, of course.
Yeah, I'm driving for Nova this season in D2, and I've only done one race, and that was a short track, so I'm pretty excited for Sonoma. I love road courses. They're my best kind of track, so it's going to be my first road course ever in SRU.
Don't fail me.
Okay, and talking about short tracks, we got a new track to the schedule, Irwindale Speedway, the In-N-Out 200. we've raced that track and it's pretty good. I feel like it's gonna do well with the chassis and stuff. Then we got Las Vegas, the DC Solar 188, which is pretty good race, like it was last season. After that, we got Louisiana Lottery 124 at NOLA Speedway, another road course, which puts on good racing. Yeah, it was a banger. Also in D1. Yeah. Okay. After that, we got the Menards 160 at Michigan Speedway, which will be one of the, which will start the in-season challenge. Then we got the NC North Carolina Education Lottery 188 at Charlotte. And yeah, Charlotte's usually a pretty good race, I believe. And for the in-season finale, we'll at Rockingham, the lowest 120. How do you feel going to Rockingham, guys?
Never really drove in Rockingham besides FSCR, but I have a feeling it's going to be very good.
I've driven Rockingham in a couple of places. Rockingham's usually a good race. You can move around a lot. Obviously, the high and the bottom are going to be very integral to winning that race. But I think that race is going to be very good.
I've only driven Rockingham in AIRL, but every single time it was just an amazing race. There was, I think, the debut season for Rockingham, it was like 4 wide for like 6 straight laps down. It was like through the corners, down the back, down the straights. It was 4 wide for the entire lap for like 6 straight laps. It was amazing.
Yeah, so I believe it's going to be a good close to the in-season challenge. After that, we got the Speedy Cash 188 at Texas Motor Speedway. Then the High V 154 at Iowa. And after that, Lucas Oil IRP for the Lucas Oil 120. Last season, I remember vividly the final lap because coming to the line, I hit a wall pop and it sent me over the field. That was pretty crazy shit. And Tubot won the race too. Just hoping that this time around, IRP is not as chaotic. And after that, another new track, Twin Ring Motegi for the Konami 155. So, yeah.
For clarification, we're going to be running the oval, not the road course.
Yeah, the road course will be kind of chaotic. But the oval has, put down some good racing, like in other leagues like FSCR. So, I feel like if the field is controlled and civilized, it will be another banger race. And then, for the final race of the regular season, now listen closely to this, Talladega Super Speedway for the Frets 150. Yeah, Rana, you did a bad job there. Honestly, you suck.
Should have been Daytona again.
Okay, so we got some D2 drivers here, Beat, MPC, Biddy, and some part-time D2 drivers. So how do you feel about Talladega regular season finale?
I'm a D1 driver, but going based off my last experience from Talladega, it's either a hit or a miss.
Yeah, I think the last race at Talladega we had, it was definitely a controversial finish because of the godforsaken double yellow line rule. Can't have a Talladega race without a hint of controversy now, can't we?
Well, even if it's like the chase finale, I don't really feel bad about it, but also don't feel good about it because super speedway races, just in general, I never really tend to have any bad luck there, but I also never really tend to have any good results there. I usually finish like mid pack. I think I've only won like 2 super speedway races in like my entire road racing career, but I haven't had a lot of bad luck in the last lap either.
Was it going to be the new it? But
Super. Yikes.
I am a super speedway pole merchant though.
I believe I would have gone to pole, but again, WO line rule. Really abused the NASCAR game line. And apparently that line was not approved because I believe I went like 4 tires under the final, like coming out of 4. And then if you want to continue with the rest of the driving lane chase schedule. Mr. JP McCrack.
Okay. And after that, we got Darlington Speedway for the chase opener, the Toyota 178. Then we got another short track, Bristol Motor Speedway for the Rowdy 200 in honor of, Kyle Busch, who sadly passed away a couple of months ago. Then we got Nashville Super Speedway making its return to the schedule for the Cracker Barrel 153. This track has not been run since, I think, season 5. So, it's been on a hiatus for quite a bit. Oh, yeah, season 6. Well, yeah. After that, we got Chicagoland, which, good track, puts on good races for the Harris 188. After that, new track to a road course, Lime Rock, for the DeWalt 92. How do you feel about that, guys? It's a new track that basically none of us has raced ever.
I think it's been ran in D3 before. And going based off that track, it was alright. Wait, what? I swear I thought they ran it.
I know that. All I know is that model is extremely bumpy with the tank chassis. I don't know if it's going to be as bumpy with hinge. I'm really hoping it isn't, but
I'm just hoping it's not chaotic, especially that turn 1.
The most thing I'm worried about is the uphill part. I know that tends to get very crowded, specifically entering.
yeah, I think it's the turn before the uphill part. That's the part that I'm definitely
Very
the bigger
tight.
concern.
Yeah. To get
It's
up,
like I think it's like what, a 40-degree right-hander before the uphill?
So.
But people misjudge on how fast they can take that corner and, well, overshoot it or run into someone else.
Yeah, just hoping again everyone civilized that race. And then we go to the final stage in the schedule, where it will be Atlanta Motor Speedway for the Advocate 193, and then for the penultimate race at Martinsville Speedway for the STP 175, and the finale, as always, in Homestead Speedway for the SRU D2 Series Championship. So, thoughts about the schedule for D2?
Had certain memories on the schedule where for some reason my car just did not get any power. I knew I had a top 3 car, but guess I just lost my momentum. But
go.
But how to say, Martinsville being ahead of Homestead, we have seen this before many seasons prior. Everyone's end off a little bit heated, you could say that. And I believe last season is when Logical finally locked up the championship after having I believe a two race worth of points over me. I do not know how he did that. I seriously do not know how he did that.
Yeah, last season Logical put belt to us to an entire D2 field. I hope something like that does not happen. Luckily, Logical has moved up to D1. But yeah, that's excuse me, the D2 schedule. Now we're moving on to go.
Oh, okay. Moving up to D1. Speedways are gonna start. Not now. But
Not yet.
First of all, we're gonna have the Budweiser Shootout, 60 laps of Daytona. Then the duels, the Gatorade duels at which each are, I believe, 80 laps or is each duel 80 laps? I assume so.
Yeah, I assume so. Yeah, that would make sense.
It's gonna be
Again, at
one
Daytona.
whole duel, one duel, not two.
Wait.
And then we are gonna start off at the Daytona 250, which this pretty took a long time last season. I believe it was like 2 hours longer than in Endurance League that we all certainly know. And we have Auto Club. Actually, hold on. We have a California triple week header with Auto Club, a return track from last season. 2 new tracks that Juan previously mentioned: Sonoma, which is the Dodge Safe 140 at Sonoma, the Napa Auto Parts 250 at Irwindale. How'd you feel? How'd you feel about these new tracks being added into D1? My D1 guys.
Irwindale would be nice, I think. Hopefully, some people, I think, will take that track very nicely and won't actually have many problems. Sonoma is a bit chaotic, especially going up the hill into the hard left or right-hander and then through the S's. Last turn is definitely where things go wrong. I've seen probably, I think the last two seasons we ran that track in this league. There has always been some kind of chaos happening on the last lap at Sonoma in turn 11 or close to the last lap of turn 11. I think Top took out Buck in turn 11. There was chaos in the last lap of turn 11 I think it was the first time I raced in this league. So, yeah. And then Auto Club that model's just, oof.
And then, wait, do you know which layout we're going to run? Are we going to run the 2019 layout or just the typical layout you run at Sonoma? Normal layout. And then, speaking of Vegas, how would we feel about Vegas? Unless it's just going to be at mid track.
Vegas is kind of the only track that stays true to real life track. It's okay. It has okay races, but sometimes it's really mid, really fucking mid. Last time we ran Vegas, we had problems with the
slowdown
lag, where the slow-mo just wouldn't stop. That seemed to be a common theme all last season.
Cool. And then moving on with the return of NOLA. Never mind, I'll let time finish. But returning to NOLA again, most of D2 schedules based off D1, you could say. NOLA was what is your avatar? But NOLA was a pretty good race in both divisions, I would say, going based off what I heard. And Juan gets entered. Okay. Now, moving on to going completely across the nation, you could say, from south to north. We're going to Michigan, the pure Michigan 200. What a name. Which is 100 laps. Yeah, Jackson won. He was a hometown driver, and I believe he's returning for this season under Nova's team.
Yeah. He will be driving a Mopar. No more Fords because they keep breaking down.
That is true. Okay, and then after that, we're gonna have a little speed round. All-Star Weekend, which is at Charlotte, typical. And then that was a pretty much a snooze fest last time. I think it was like only five, 6-ish cars there.
Yeah. Coke 600, on the other hand, was a complete flip of that. That was just chaos start to finish.
Definitely.
And ultimately, Juan would win that race, and I would finish runner-up. So, 1-2 finish for, what was it, Phantom Motors? Phantom Racing? Whatever the fuck this team's called?
I believe you shut down. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, he didn't shut down, but greatly downscaled he could. And then after that, we have the Subway Fresh Fit at Rockingham. Should be a good track since we confirmed having gained a repave. Don't know which model well, don't know who's going to be doing the repave, but hopefully it's a good repave. And then after that, we got Kentucky, Texas. Both, you could say cookie cutter tracks, but Kentucky was... I don't remember running Kentucky, but I'm pretty sure Nova, Saturn, Juan, those guys, they could talk about how Kentucky was.
Kentucky, I dominated the shit out of, but the only thing that really bothered me is that was the race before they added the aero looseness. So if I moved Arniotto, I probably would have won that race with the aero looseness.
And then coming to Texas. Oh, no, we already said that. But
Juan here.
Not sure if Texas ran D1 last schedule. I know D2, the Bayou cars got mixed with the junior racing cars. Going based off D2. Oh, this.
Nah, dude, I hate Texas. That's like the reason I lost the season 6 title to Saturn. Because I blew a tire with like 30 to go, and here it did not call the caution for almost a minute. That pissed me off.
And then D2, my substitute, Zon, which would be driving for my car. Brace got into my sub. My sub could have caught logical Brace and get into him. Again, kind of just bad run-ins with the Bayou cars, kind of just like all chase. Again, I doubt they planned that, but like, again, it was probably just bad luck, bad timing, bad everything.
I mean, that's what happens when the majority of the field that shows up are just Bayou cars at that point.
True, fair point. And then, moving on from Texas, we have Iowa. Iowa was that pit road. I hope that pit road gets fixed.
Yeah, Iowa's a snake.
I hate that pit road with the burning passion.
I can't remember. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Nova.
Okay, I was gonna say I can't remember. Was it Iowa that had that beef between Jake and Tubot? I'm trying to remember. Was it that Iowa?
Season 6, I believe.
Yeah, that was the same season that Iowa put on a very good race. I remember that because I was behind. That was like the race I kind of sucked at. So I remember being behind both Jake and Tubot, and they were going at it. They did not like each other that day.
Could be same for anyone at this point, but moving on from Iowa, we have Indianapolis, another crown jewel. I believe last time's winner was Nova Star, which was here. Hopefully he doesn't show up for that race because you know who's gonna win that one, obviously.
Bit of a merchant at that track on the keys.
But Ron, the big owner himself, will be racing Indianapolis. And then we will be returning to Daytona after Indy, which will be the season finale, the season finale, not the season finale, but the regular season finale. And then Crown Jewel. Actually, that's not Crown Jewel. I'm retarded. But as soon as the chase started, as soon as the chase starts, we will be going to another Crown Jewel, which is Darlington. Should be a banger there from last season.
Most likely Top will win.
Top will win, probably.
Fourth round in a row.
Top is just gonna be gain his. If he's not gonna be winning anywhere, I know he's gonna be winning there. Top of the hour, winning Darlington. And then Bristol. Ooh.
That will be a bit of a toss-up. Who wins that? Jackson's always been historically good at Bristol, but I mean, it's that close.
I was a winner of D2. I was the winner from D2 last time in Bristol. For some reason, Logical tried to take away my win. For some reason. Question mark. I'm not sure if you guys went to Bristol in season 7. I don't think you guys did. Oh, yeah. Apparently Juan won by holding off 2 up.
Yeah.
And that one truck, Saturn. What the? Why did you run that, man? Come on, man.
Bring it back, Saturn, please.
But going back to another crown jewel. Wow, these are a lot of crown jewels packed together. We have Talladega, the Winston 250, which will be 94 laps. That would be awesome. Wait, no, it isn't. Then why is it in bold? Oh, the Noble 5. Wait. All right, enough about Bristol. Shit, Chicagoland. Wow.
Chicagoland apparently is just a natural breeding place for fucking causing chaos and beef for some reason, because the past 2 races, I think, had some type of beef.
Definitely. And then I'm gonna speedrun through these a little bit. The Dollar Tree 201 laps at New Hampshire. Oh dear, 200 laps in New Hampshire. I have a feeling Sarah's gonna win that.
200 laps of snoozing.
200 laps of Saturn putting belt to ass. And then after that, Kansas. Another cookie cutter track. Kansas is how do I say it? Pretty could be a hit or a miss, depending on who you ask.
If it stays green, it's going to be a strategy race. If it's a little bit caution vest, then it's going to be whoever has the fastest car.
Pretty sure this could go both ways in D2 and D1.
In D1, it's definitely going to be whoever has the fastest car. More on that later, because I think after we're done with the schedule, we should definitely brush up on some of the updates that happened.
D2 was pretty boring, besides Brace, again, crashing out over his luck with cookie cutter tracks. Blue time pit road. I hit a wall pop, which effectively just ended my race. If I didn't hit the wall pop, I probably would have caught Armiado, or at least gave a better fight to give a win. Pretty frustrated in D2 from last season. And then after that, we will be going international. The OXO 160, 60 laps in Mexico City, which is going to be another road course. How would you guys feel about Mexico City? I believe we're going to be using what was it? Macros model.
Yeah, turn 1 is genuinely going to be fucking Coda. It is genuinely going to be Coda. no one's going to be like being nice about it at all.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then this would be a pretty interesting race. Hopefully, I would make the chase if I don't have a Daniel Suarez-esque season. Yeah, definitely going to be a good track. And then going back to the States, we'll be running Atlanta.
I think Atlanta was pretty good last season. I think a late race caution came out, and then
Not sure who won that, but yeah.
Who won that race? Oh yeah, Saturn won that race.
Saturn Goober. And then pretty much 2 or 3 in a row. His second win. Impressive for the Goober of the Saturn. Why do you suck your SpongeBob drinking? Okay. Heading back to having the same schedule since I believe like season 5. Martinsville will be the race before the championship. Martinsville could be a hit or a miss depending the division.
And then we didn't do Martinsville last season, did we?
I don't think you guys did. I thought you guys did.
Nope,
but
we skipped straight to Homestead.
Yeah, again, short schedule. And then for the finale, as usual, Phoenix Homestead.
We're not going to Phoenix. Fuck Phoenix.
Homestead was a pretty interesting race from what I could tell. A lot of controversy, especially with Heroes cars. Again, I don't know why he still owns a team in his own league. That's a little bit bull if you ask me.
He likes being biased. But going outside from that finish, that race was honestly pretty good. It had the strategy.
Yeah, I confirm. Even though it was like the equivalent of a back market at the entire race, I still had fun. I think I ran like top 3 at some point, which was actually not. I was competing for the lead at some point, but yeah, pretty good. And then a lot of new changes. I'm not sure if we talked about them from last time we had a podcast. I'd assume we did. But in case we haven't, we will be talking about the new stuff that's going to be sudden, which will be the new damage. Very interesting. I wonder how that's going to go. Not totally that from a different league. That's a diet SRU at some point. If you know, you know.
Can I suggest something?
What?
I'd say because we're going. So damage is what, the 30-second report or update? 31st, 32nd. There are now 50. Yeah. I think we gotta. I wouldn't say it's still early. There's 60.
Yeah. But
I think we're gonna wrap it up
being added to D1, such as tire pressure. Oh boy, tire pressure.
Don't forget the credit system. That will be.
I still don't like why he added.
Yeah, credit system's only for D1.
Yeah, D1's game very complicated.
Yeah, I don't like the credit system. I don't like how complicated this league is getting, especially for people who are obviously just going to join. They're going to see all of this and be like, "What the fuck?" But I don't like the idea of just giving teams the opportunity to make their car more dominant. I feel like it should just be based off of skill. If this was a real life thing, this would be a completely different story. But this isn't real life. This is Roblox. So I feel like it should be based off of skill, not who has better equipment.
Yeah. Yeah, with my car just mostly being a part-time car, the Zero Muskogee Dodge. I'm practically just another extension of Bayou. And that, don't get me wrong, I don't mind being aligned with Bayou, but whoa, I'm literally the Wood brother.
Like I can get behind the damage. I like the damage idea. I can get behind the in-season challenge. I like that. Even though it's just for D2, I do like that. I can get behind some of these decisions. But there are 30 plus updates so far to these. It's a little much. Whereas before, I think we've only had maybe 5 or 10.
Yeah.
That's like 300% more than what we should be getting, or 200% more than what we should be getting.
Oh yeah. Also, a lot of UI changes to SRU. Oh yeah, the point system.
Yeah, the point system.
That's gonna be more rewarding to the winner. Hopefully, we don't have a logical from D2 and we're just one just pulls away.
Yep.
Oh, not like
we're not going to. Yeah, we're not going to have a logical in D2. We're going to use the playoffs in D2.
No. UI. Believe there's going to be autos on how much you could certain input for like when pitting. Apparently, pitting is just going to be like having an Excel sheet at this point. I thought this was Roblox, not iRacing, but I don't mind it.
I think the next update, Hero is going to add fucking crew chief voice lines. Going to be taking away some tire pressure. We're going to be raising the track bar. We're going to be doing all that.
Yeah, speaking of pitting, he's somehow managed to implement scuff tires and sticker tires. I don't know how you do that.
That is definitely a bit weird.
Okay, yeah, I think that's it for SRU. And now we'll be going to the greatest league in the entire road racing world, FSCR, where we have not talked about since Charlotte weekend. So there have been plenty of races since. Now let's go one by one. Starting with Bristol, which was won by Redacted. I'm not going to say his name.
Yeah,
it was me. I won that. I won that race. We don't know that redacted person. We don't know him.
Yeah. Speaking of another person, someone decided that they wanted to get removed entirely from row racing, or at least the big stuff in row racing.
Yeah.
I'll prefer not to talk about them for the remainder of this podcast.
Now, see, that's all redacted. Ignore what Beat is saying. That's all redacted. Redacted.
Yeah, redact. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the racing because it was kind of, meh. You can only pass by pit strategy.
Or just kind of diving it in.
Yeah, but then we go to a good race, which was Rockingham, because I won it, of course.
It's real, right?
No, it was a good race, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, but, it was very hard. Someone on Bristol.
Bristol was fun. A little bit of good strategy before the caution kind of did.
And then someone just became Kyle Larson. Not awesome. And then what was after FSCR? Let me go check the schedule.
Bristol, Rockingham, and after Rockingham, it was Coca-Cola Super Speedway where Ron finally broke through and won his first race of the season. Yeah.
About time.
And he got to drink a huge bottle of Coca-Cola.
And now it's a diabetic.
He has always been.
Okay. And then moving on from that, Kansas.
Yeah, we're NPC1 after blowing a tire.
Blown tire. Apparently that was enough to take me down. That was so horrible.
blew a tire and drifted around the track.
And Indy, guess who won that?
Couldn't have been anyone, bro. Could have been anyone.
Yeah, it was Nova. I mean, pretty good race.
Pretty good
To be
race,
honest.
but everyone got pissed at each other. Blah 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 blah. And then
Yeah.
after that, an unexpected winner. I'd say it isn't deserved. I'm playing. Bede won NOLA. Bede was, I'm pretty sure, like mid or backpack almost the entire race, but then a caution came out, and then through all the chaos, Bede was the one to emerge because something happened between Ron and Nova, and then Juan got a little bit wide, and Bede just kind of just took the inside lane and just got away.
Yeah, I would like to talk about how I managed to get that win. So like, down the back straightaway, I knew I was clear for the final time down the back straight. I knew I was clear for at least third because I had pulled a bit of a gap on Ron. And I went to the outside of the Redacted. Somehow he had the inside of the corner, and somehow he drove it in deep into the next one. So I did like a little crossover. I did another crossover on Juan. And that's basically how I got the win. I just did 3 straight switchbacks in that final sector.
But yeah, and then after NOLA, big race. I had race winning speed, but got nerfed because someone decided to hold me up. I won't name who. Ron got away by Charlie getting desperate and didn't get it.
Yep.
Good battle. Pretty sure everyone was at least competing at some point.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
I tried to catch Ron on newer tires, but my momentum just stalled out. I couldn't catch both Ron and Charlie, so I didn't know what to do.
I tried to catch you guys, but got held up by a lot of people that were, I would say they were like on similar pace with me, but I knew I had the faster car, but then my momentum died because people thought that they could get by me, and then and the caution came out.
And then
after that,
Echo Park, I mean Atlanta.
Shut up.
Atlanta. You're off the stage.
Okay. You're gonna get Ron's. Ron, make sure to censor or cut this part out at least. And then Nova won Atlanta. I don't believe I showed up for Atlanta because I overslept.
Yeah, that Atlanta
felt
like
one of those classic Atlanta finishes.
Yep, literally felt like
you could have had a new winner, but Noah said, "Nuh-uh, I want them all for myself because I'm a biggie."
Listen, I was going for a championship. I was trying to redeem myself after losing it in SRU.
We do not care. Anyways, Martinsville. Atlanta was what sealed the deal for championship, but I could be wrong. Ron is saying that it's what sealed the deal. I thought otherwise.
Yeah, Noah just expanded his gap at Atlanta, and then in Martinsville, Ron had to put some.
Ron got angry
on the table.
Everybody got angry. Everyone, I could say for the last few laps, the top 4 just was getting at each other. Then the top 3, then it was just the top 2.
Yeah,
which was the top 4 was, I think, coming from the final few laps was me, Juan, Nova, and then Ron, which is the dude who won the race because he got it barely from Nova. From a very controversial move described by second place.
And in hindsight, it wasn't controversial at all. I cut him off. That was completely fair. Like after, I think like maybe 20 minutes after the race, I kind of realized that. So it's just like, Ron deserved that.
Yeah, that was just rubbing. Everyone was getting angry. And then for the finale, the owner decided to be Robbie Gordon at his own league and win the race, but then Nova gained the championship.
Yeah. Saturn did it for
Kyle. I believe like 12, 14-ish points. Around
17 points.
17.
Yeah. Points that I think slightly decreased because Ron did finish ahead of me, but yeah, pretty much won that. It was really nice.
Moving on from are we done about FSCR, or are we gonna talk about what's coming up for this season, or at least for Saturn Cooper?
Yeah, we've done some tests at Daytona so far, testing the drafting. New rear view mirror, which I gotta say, really helpful. So helpful. Cool. I am so tired of moving my mouse to turn around because I can't focus on the track ahead. Now I only move my eyes.
If I want to go, if I'm allowed to go over the schedule, I'm not sure if it's completely finished yet. Where is the schedule? Wait, is there a schedule? I swear Saturn posted a schedule. Oh, yeah, there it is. Actually, never don't. But can I at least like say some of the like interesting tracks? At least I don't see like one or two. But unless you just don't. All right. Okay. But yeah, very interesting tracks coming up for FSCR, and FSCR is going public again after being private for a little bit because a certain guy decided to turn it to an iRacing league, and Sam was like, I don't think Sam really cared, but he was like, that's not FSCR at this point. I'll just revive it. Oh, and another thing for Super Stadium trucks, I believe Charlie won. Yeah, Charlie won at the Glen. Who won at the?
PC won at Texas in his first start. He beat us all.
No, he didn't. That was his fourth start actually, because like he did St. Petersburg. Saturn won at St. Petersburg. Okay, never mind. I'll let you go.
But yeah, we only did 2 races since the last podcast, Texas and the Glen, but Texas was pretty chaotic. The entire race, it was costume fest. But I had a lot of fun that race, to be honest. And then the Glen, I did not know the track at all. I joined late.
Nobody knew.
But yeah. Charlie won in a battle with Saturn.
Yeah. And then Beat spun me at the end.
Which that probably costed him a lot of points, sending them to the back.
Yeah, and negative 600 social credits. I'm taking those away from you now, Beat.
And then,
bro, that was
an upcoming track, Bristol Motor Speedway, a stadium. I mean, the last great Coliseum, so I don't get stoned. I wonder how that's gonna be. I imagine that's gonna be like Monster Jam or something. I don't know how that's gonna work. But we have no idea yet. And then going off the remaining schedule, maybe confirmed that we have a last minute switch with Bristol. We're gonna be having Tiger Stadium again, which is a stadium. Pretty good track, which is gonna be, I'm pretty sure, mostly dirt. And then a Robloxia of Towns, which is a street course. Yep, Saturn is a proud Louisiana fan. He is proudly from Connecticut. He loves Louisiana.
Yep.
And then moving on to Mexico City. And then I wonder how that's gonna go. I assume we're not gonna be using the entire layout, or at least the entire NASCAR layout, unless I think I could be wrong. I think. Okay.
Yeah, wait. Sorry, go ahead.
Going to the final race, which will be the championship race. Son. No, man. I wonder how that's going to go, because that's already pretty steep on its own.
Ooh, yo, it should put a ramp in one of the uphills.
No. Never suggest anything ever.
Saturn, were you high while making the schedule? Just asking.
Okay.
Was there any kush in your house?
Did you inhale some asbestos?
Are
I
you
believe that
good?
could be all from FSCR unless Saturn wasn't go But
Is that all, Saturn?
Saturn Goober?
Saturn, I have a question. Do you think a New Hampshire road course in SS?
No.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
No.
Off the stage.
No.
Off the stage, please.
No.
Saturn, no, please. Not New Hampshire. Not the road course. Look,
Okay,
I know I'm a voucher. I know I'm a voucher for Robles, but that is an extent.
No, you want this one. You definitely want this one.
No, stop. Anyways, moving on from FSCR, we will talk about ERA. Me and Ron were on the same wavelength right there. Bede, the owner, a terrible owner. I mean, a decent owner. Firstly.
Okay.
I can't see his chats.
Beer,
Or I can't see.
So, ERA, I'm just going to go over the winners so far real quick. We've only done 3 races. So, the season opener for the VPC class at Daytona, it was a really good race. It was a race-long battle for both classes. Juan ended up winning, getting 3 wins in a row for, I believe, the 3rd time in his career. NPC won it in the TCC class, get his first win in ERA. The next week to Sebring, that was not a good race. I don't really want to talk about it. Como ended up winning in the VPC class, and Saturn won in TCC. And then NOLA, it had good racing, but it was plagued with a lot of lag. After all that racing, Saturn won. Saturn won in VPC class. This is the 3rd straight season he's won at NOLA. And Cole won in TCC. So
after
Saturn and Bayou, the hometown driver and team, both won in both classes.
I'll admit, Cole would have not had it easily if me and Ron didn't get hiccups there at the final few 3 corners. I hit a tire barrier that just sealed the deal, because I think Cole got a 5-second gap over second place. And then, not sure if you really care or know this, but Daytona was swept by Mexico. You could say that, because both drivers are either from Mexico or have Mexican heritage. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Really fun fact.
Next week, TC is going to be one class race. It's going to be TCC, so VPC has an off week. They are going to. This is first street circuit of the season. And it's a brand new street circuit. Qualcomm Circuit, the naval-based Coronado San Diego race that NASCAR raced at. It's going to be an hour long. I would like to say, I did organize, when I was making the calendar, I did kind of organize it continent-wise. The first was first 6 races are in the US, and the next 3 are in Europe. The next 3 are in Asia. And it goes Europe, Nürburgring. Nürburgring is also a new track.
Only VCP start there.
There's a few new tracks on the schedule. We have Le Mans, probably the most notable one. There's Fuji Twin Ring Motegi makes a return from season 1. Nürburgring and I think Portland. Portland is also a new track.
Isn't that America, dude? What the hell?
2 anime tracks. Okay.
Harp.
Yes.
As you can tell, MPC and B get along so well.
But
About your question on Road Atlanta coming to the schedule, this is also related to something that may be happening next season. I'm really trying to get it. ERA may be switching to Hinge chassis. Hero, I actually let Hero set up the IndyCar series on Hinge chassis just to see how that goes and see if it goes well. And if it goes well, they might very likely switch to Hinge chassis next season. And if it does, yeah, if we get Hinge chassis, we're definitely going to be going back to Road America. We might go to Road Atlanta if it works.
wait, like the Atlanta road course? Oh, like the Roval? Oh my god. I'm in
So
love.
get him off the stage, bro. Get off the stage.
I'm the one of the few people here. You know, I could bring you down right now. You know, actually, I can do that. How do I bring him down?
Knock him off the pedestal.
How do I bring him down? How do I bring him down?
No, dude, you're getting muted.
Okay. Chill.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's it for ERA. Well, first let's talk about C-Wing, because that was a race, questionable race. Noah, I know you had trouble in that race.
That race was painful because the cars, the flag, everything that could go wrong went wrong. It was just so fucking painful. It's like, how do I picture this? It's if you've ever watched 2008 NASCAR's fucking in Brickyard 400 or 500, that is basically it. Or Brickyard 400, that's basically it. That's basic. It's 1 or 2 laps and then a caution. It was so bad. Cars.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
But the TCC class, pretty close overall. The bumps were insane. I can say that. Definitely knocked me out of my line for a good. Yeah, Cole making his ERA debut. But after Saturn was like, nah, I don't like what you did. That Saturn got the wait. We're like think where did it just like froze before like the final the final restart. Because I I got caught up in Hero's mess. I'll say that. Junior.
Go ahead.
Me and Junior got caught in Hero's mess because Hero's like decided to play around a little bit too much.
Yeah,
and then
Hero wasn't there to take it seriously.
And then B, beside being performative.
Oh yeah, I know, Ron.
Popular vote. Decided to go green, and then ended with everyone kind of being pissed at each other.
Yeah, listen. I get that. Like a lot of people were saying, "Oh, you're leading. That's why you wanted to end it." Because I was advocating for the end of it. I just wanted that fucking race to be over. No one should be proud of winning that. That was so fucking awful. I just wanted the torment to be over.
Yeah, I think I'd say I've come a lot far. I've come very far in officiating. Like I've gotten a lot better. I've actually started making normal calls. That race was so bad, and I myself felt so bad because I was like half sick. I felt like I was in season 1 when I was officiating that race. My calls were like so bad. The racing was so bad.
And guess who won the D1 race or the VPC race? Coma Logano Moon.
Yeah, okay.
Our favorite guy.
But why did you even add the Charlotte Roval? Why did you add the Charlotte Roval in the TCC class last season? Now that I realized about it.
Oh, I don't know. I was just trying to find tracks because like there isn't a lot of road racing. RDH is mostly NASCAR based. There's like
But
Not more NASCAR tracks, and
You know
there's
what-
not
you know
a lot
what?
of good road course models.
easy. If you add Charlotte Roval, you might as well add the Milwaukee Mile Roval.
No, New Hampshire Roval.
No,
Martinsville.
I actually had a thought about that, but I there's no way it was happening.
And then you know what else you should add? The Homestead Roval.
That maybe.
The Kansas is too. No, it's like because I drove it. No, if it was Michigan, maybe I'll consider because like I think Michigan has like an outside Roval. There is no more. No.
Yeah, we go off the track where the Holler Center. That's the
you know,
Roval.
no, you're getting brought down. No, you're getting brought down. You're getting brought down.
Don't speak to me like that. You're getting muted.
Speaking of adding tracks, if we get hinge chassis next season, or I might just add it this season because I figured out a way to fix like these current cars going up slopes. We could add the greatest road course in the world, Barber Motorsports Park, which I've been wanting to add for a long time.
What about you add the mid Ohio road course?
Is there even a model for Mid Ohio?
I thought there was. Okay, actually, no, you already did Road America, and Road America sucks. Jake vividly remember telling me that. He was like, "Oh, these tracks suck. Oh, my belly is so full and
You're
inflated."
wrong, Jim. You're wrong.
Oh yeah, Canadian Tire could be good.
Points battles? Okay. Let me look at the standings real quick.
But Nola really screwed over my points lead over Ron. Really thought I should have won Nola, but that race is already over.
Oh yeah, talking about Nola, it's time to have a conversation about Genty, guys.
Oh yeah,
Ginty was AIDS that entire race.
Oh my god.
Cincy?
Like,
oh my! How did I catch up to him while he was a prototype? I literally caught up to him at some point. I'm not even trying to lie or exaggerate. I literally caught up to him at some point.
there were times that, because me and Juan usually VC together whenever we do VPC, there's times where me and Juan would just gang up on Ginty just because of how annoying his driving was.
Oh yeah, no, Cole has definitely speed. I feel like he could be like a real challenger to the title, you could say. I just better hope I don't get screwed over by Israel.
Speaking of rookies who have speed, we're looking at the VPC driver standings. In just his third ever ERA start, Tim has taken the points lead over Juan by 2 points.
Tim's a chud.
I think he could be a contender for the title.
I should stone Tim right now. He is a bum. But yeah, no, Juan. Genty would be last. I'm pretty sure Saturn would score even more. But
Going through the rest of the VPC driver standings, Coma and Juan are tied at 37. Nova sits in fourth at 33. Pink has 31. Ginty has 23, and Hero has a whopping 6 points.
Here, Ron. I think you might have to just to. I think you just might have to. I think you might just have to put him to the side.
To be fair, Hero was being a chud.
I am not South Carolina. Kill yourself for even saying no.
And then we move to the TCC driver standings. NPC still has the lead, 54 points, 14 over Ron with 40 points. NPC, you were saying Nola messed you up. I think you actually gained points on Ron. Cole has 33 points. That's his number. Peter has 30. Ballin has 14. And Hunter, who's only made one start, has 1. And the constructors' standings for VPC. Bayou has a pretty big gap, 109 over Project BCR is 68 points. Junior Racing has 37 somehow, and Andretti has 23. Constructor standings. Junior Racing still leading the Constructors Championship, at least in one series, with 112 points. Bayou has 33. Project BCR has 30. Eve Motorsports has 19, and Soul Motorsports has 14 points.
Yeah, because I believe Ron already got what he wanted in the ERA. Because I think he already got the championship. He was like, oh yes, I am Ronning my vibes. I am Ronning my vibes. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I won the championship. I am Ron. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much only because he showed to every single race.
And no one else did.
Yeah, Ron's a chud for real.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, let me look at this.
Why are we dogging on Ron right now?
Because he won the
What did he
championship.
do?
Yeah, it's only because Ron showed up to every single race, because Ron only has one career win, and that was in season 1.
Ron, you gotta retire high key after that.
Ron, I got like 6 wins in 9 races, dude. You only got 1 in the entire season.
But
Nah, dude.
anything else past ERA?
No, I think that's it.
Oh yeah,
No, first. Hold on. I mentioned Jinty. We should talk about Rack first.
Oh yeah, Rack.
Because he also did stuff
I got
there.
edged by Coma Moon in the clash. I hate Coma. I think he should get penalized.
The Super Speedway package that Charlie likes so much for some fucking reason handles like a next gen Super Speedway package. It kind of sucks. Can't make moves.
Charlie is such a good developer. I really love his cars. His chassis is so up to date. It's like literally like the newest thing that's ever been made. It's like the best in the whole entire world. Even Hero said he has to take notes, or else like he would shut down SRU.
Oh yeah, no, but I agree, because I noticed everybody else was giving so much better pushes and getting so much better runs on that last lap when you were behind Dark and I was trying to push you. I was trying to get there and push you. It was just going so slow. I was getting about 1/10 of a car length per, I don't know, half a second. It was so slow. I couldn't get any runs. I couldn't get any speed.
It also doesn't help that everyone on the last, like coming to the end of a super speedway race, just stays single file until like the very last corner, which almost never works if you're in the fucking back. So, like, I don't know what the game thought was there.
I'm pretty sure everyone was trying to shove each other up from the inside. I'm pretty sure that's like what they wanted to do. That's why I kept on hugging the apron.
It's just like, it never works. You need to make moves like any point in the super speedway, just any time, dude. Just why wait until the last lap, especially if you're in the back?
Yeah, I know it was so bad. Like even when we were racing, like actually going side by side, I was still in the back half the time because I could not pass. I could not get any runs. It was so weird and just so bad also at the same time.
I was even surprised I got beat by Coma. But that's how freaking dominant the inside line is, even though Charlie told me, oh, nope, it's middle lane. It's actually middle high lane. Something along the lines of that.
It really wasn't. Unless you had like 4 cars on top and like 3 cars on the bottom, it barely makes a difference.
Yeah, because like even that, pretty sure I was getting pushed by Nova, Dark, maybe Juan coming to the finish line. But nope, still, it barely edged out by Coma.
Yeah, speaking of that race, there was like a thing. There was like a thing going on. Yeah, hold on, Saturn. We know you. We know you won. But like,
Yeah,
Like,
so
we were just
Saturn
so
really
worried
loves
that, like,
500.
speaking about the clash yesterday, about what happened with you, NPC, we were so worried that what happened in the Daytona 500 that, like, when Coma finally joined late, we were all talking, okay, no more cautions. Let's keep it green for the rest of the race so Coma can stay a lap down. It was like my first thought when he joined. He's a lap down, but he's still somehow going to find a way to win.
It's not that we don't like Coma. Actually, no. It's that we don't like him. It's actually exactly that.
Motherfucker is like, he's so snarky over a lowball league. Nobody could give two shits about.
I mean, I don't have a problem with Coma because, like, I'm kind of used to him now. But, like,
Yeah.
It's just that I don't know how he somehow wins after, like, any sort of circumstance. Like, I think it was Long
He's like,
Beach in
whenever it comes to
season
Charlie's stupid
4 era,
outdated
Long Beach.
chassis, when it comes to stupid outdated chassis, Coma just says, "Oh, I'm gonna be faster." But when it comes to SRU,
Like Aero season 4 at Long Beach, it was the final restart. Coma got spun in the fountain section. He got stuck on the fountain. He still somehow managed to win that race.
but
There was
even in
that
SRU D2,
on that very same restart, there was no other cautions. It was just green all the way from that restart where he got stuck, and he still won.
but going back to, I said this many times. I'm pretty sure I can count how many times I said it. But this dude was 5 laps down at North Wilkesboro. Like, I know, I get being down like 2-3 laps because of pit cycles, but how do you go down 5?
Because he's just mid. He's just like, I get it takes time to adjust at like different chassis. I understand that. It took me time to adjust from A chassis to tank, but at the same time, there's no fucking way. There's simply no way.
Yeah, somehow freaking Juan took third from me. I thought he was still a lap down. So I probably just gave away third to Juan, but Coma, I'm pretty sure he finished like somewhere like third to last. Mid pack around there.
It's just he holds him. It's like it's not even the fact that he wins or Logano's his way into Mickey ass wins that bothers me so much. It's his attitude that bothers me so.
Yeah, I know.
It's his whole attitude that he carries himself to be better than he actually is when in half the time he isn't half of what like maybe NPC skills. Like
he tries to act like he's like he tries to act like he's like this like big dog.
I will go as far to say that I don't think he's even has half the skill set that NPC has outside of the stupid ARL shit. Outside of this, he isn't half of that. Let alone on the level that me, Ron, Saturn, or fucking Juan are on. Or even top for that matter.
No, but I want to say one thing about like switching chassis, like alternating chassis. Like it does, I get it does take time. But what's sad, he brags so much about being good. I don't, and ARL was my primary league for like 3 years, and I finally started moving leagues. Acadiana was my first real track on Hinge chassis. I was fighting for the win. My SRU debut at a short track. I finished 4th.
I'm not trying to discredit you in SRU, but kind of everyone else was just kind of like on each other. Everyone like was kind of in the dogfight. Not trying to say like again, you're not trying to say like you're a bad driver. Don't get me wrong, you're a pretty good driver, but like you just got out lucky. Pretty sure I finished like just behind you, but I could be wrong.
Wait a minute, Racing Fan got called out by Todd Gilliland. What?
Yeah. So he caused some shit during a race. He cleared himself and blamed others for his mistake. He got mad, rage quitted, and then someone paid Todd Gilliland on Cameo to tell him to chill out.
All right, I think I'm a new Todd Gilliland fan now. I'm more of a Todd Gilliland fan.
Todd Gilliland, like my Instagram comment.
Bro, he should have gone Cody Ware, the big Ware himself.
Bro, Cody Ware has more. Listen, Cody Ware may be the worst in the NASCAR field, but he's still doing stuff that we can't. All right, so he's still a better driver than we are.
Yeah, like beat women.
Le Mans winner.
Yeah, that beats women.
thought he was like struggling with like mental health issues.
He is, but that's not really an excuse
Wait,
to beat
somebody
people.
said that thing of Todd Gilliland calling him out.
Now it's like, actually no, let's send it later. Send it later.
But circling back to the whole topic of like adjusting set, that's kind of like, obviously it's no secret that I'm a big Stuart Haas fan. It's also no secret that I'm a Tony Stewart fan. And one of the biggest things to why I do like switch leagues so often is because I like to follow what Tony does. He does a lot of different disciplines, and I want to do that. I want to change I want to change between chassis and setups. So over time, I've just been naturally good at adapting to what cars I'm dealing with. That's kind of why I've been, I wouldn't say the best in rack, but I've adapted to the cars enough that I understand how they drive. So I've adapted better to where I can consistently get top fives out of even shitty runs.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah. And like in an SRU, like I started the season off terribly last season in SRU. But as soon as we switched to the hinge chassis, I adapted immediately. And I started getting podium finishes left, right, and center and contending more.
You could say Nova was Nova in it. Nova was Nova in his. Okay. Oh my god, I hate English. You could say Nova was Nova in his star.
So, and it turned out that towards the end of the season, I contended for the championship, something that maybe 6 or 5 months earlier, I was not really in the mindset of doing that. I think 5 months before the end of the season, I think I was more or less in the area of like, just make the chase, maybe eke out a win. Now I was in a position to actually contend for a championship in SRU. Ultimately, it didn't happen, but, you know,
okay. But
I'm glad that I got that point.
I kind of want to go back to SRU, but like not talking about like, but who do you guys think is gonna be like winning these championships? Like, who do you think who's gonna be like in the chase in D1? Who do you think is gonna be like heavy hitters, the dark horses, that kind of stuff?
Well, Arniotto, straight off the bat, I do think he's immediately going to be in there. Oh, Arniotto retired. He did 1 season and dipped. So wait, who is D1? Hang on, let me fucking take a look at this shit. Has Hero even posted the rosters yet? Oh, yes. Okay.
Yeah, I think he did. Especially in Toyota. Toyota's dry.
Dodge has a lot. Dodge really has a lot.
To be honest, I think I might just like call it after like this season. I feel like everything's getting too complicated for me to like, do all at once.
I plan on doing the 500 and helping NPC out. I don't plan on doing much. Maybe Indy, but like I don't like the complicatedness that this league is getting to. Enough is enough. Like we don't need this much stuff.
Oh, this was NR. I was like, oh, I'll gladly learn how to do this stuff. But like, if it's Roblox, just the game's already gonna shoot stuff like in its full like, not even within like 10 months.
Roblox has stocks dropped like 55%. They're clearly not doing okay. I don't even like they're being sued for everything they have now as well. So I don't even know if there is going to be a Roblox next year. And a certain part of me kind of wishes there isn't.
Yeah, 4 things doesn't sound like a lot, but like simultaneously at the time do that while like running your perfect line every single lap. Ugh.
You literally have to be like you would have to like learn that. I wouldn't say you have to learn this stuff. You have to like you kind of have to, how do I say this? You kind of have to sweat it. Yeah. It's the best way I can put it into a word right now because I can't think of it off the top of my head. You kind of have to sweat learning how to do this shit. And like, I'm trying to do this stuff casually. I don't care enough anymore. So it's just, it just feels a little much. Especially if, like, imagine this from a newbie's perspective coming into or SRU. They're going to see all of these updates and they're going to be like, this is too much.
What the hell is this?
Yeah, I agree because like if it was something like arrow setups, like wedge adjustment or like brake bias, I wouldn't mind that because that's all pretty straightforward. But like tire sets and all, or not tire sets, tire PSI and all of that, that's too much for road racing.
I don't mind damage. I'm perfectly fine with the damage, but the credit system? Oh my god, you're just asking to have dominant people. Not saying it's a bad thing, but like...
Yeah, that's the thing I take issue with. That's the biggest one. Like, he got the credit system from Ron's, like, NR League. And, like, Ron's NR League, that's one thing. It's just AIs. This is real people, and there are it doesn't work. It doesn't translate well.
To add on, DNFs are now a thing. Not saying that's a bad thing, but, like, if you DNF because some driver lost his temper or, like, he does not know how to drive the track, that's gonna really get some people pissed off.
It honestly just doesn't seem worth it to even try this season. It honestly doesn't.
Wait, you can call me Socks for like thinking all this is too much. But talking to a Pacific song because they have no common sense. Alright, CSEH. But you could call me Socks, but like, I feel like you just need to draw a line where you just gotta stop. Like, again, I could just be misjudging all of this, and who knows. But, like, with the way things are looking, just no.
Yeah, this is just...
asking a child to climb up. It's like asking a child to climb the Burj Khalifa.
Interesting comparison. Okay.
Well, not the Burj Khalifa, but like asking a child to like kind of just Hail Mary climbing a building. That's the most I'll say.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think that's enough
wait, Ron,
of
that's too much.
this SRU rant.
IROC.
Yeah, let's move on to IROC.
Don't you mean Saturn Wiser Drive of the Month and then Junior Racing Diecast Race of the Month? Because a certain somebody does not like when I say sponsors. But yeah, IROC. After enough talking, Ron has finally submitted. He has finally surrendered and did the IROC Camaros.
Yay.
Wow,
Yay.
very passionate.
Submissive.
I won the first race in them because I'm the GOAT.
Okay. Oh yeah, finally changed the date. So maybe more people can make it this time. Because Ron's going like, no ho ho ho. No ho ho ho. He's like the queen crying from those like mobile ads.
Ron, what do you respond to that? How do you respond to that?
Yeah, Saturday won the Daytona Road Course. And then Juan is going to win the Charlotte Roval. Junior is going to win the Martinsville. I just hate how like Charlie's cars just work. Like, again, not trying to say Charlie's a bad developer, but like
So
It's just
yeah.
ugh.
So basically, from what I understand, Saturn pitted way earlier than I did. I pitted with 10 to go, which I would fuel saving majority of the race, and I stretched maybe 12 laps. Saturn stretched 15 laps. 15 on a road course, which in comparison, that's like maybe 10 extra laps on a road. That goes to show how busted these cars are when it comes to fuel saving.
Which is again not good.
It's like you have to understand,
well,
even in real life, you can't fuel save as much as that. Like, you cannot fuel save that much. Not even with the next gen, you can't fuel save that much. These cars are busted.
Yeah. Like not trying to say, like not trying to completely bash Charlie, like he's like a bad like I know he could develop good. It's just like I just feel like the cars he is developing is outdated, or I mean the chassis. I just do not fuck with this tank chassis. Even though I think it's just mostly BBR, which is not good.
But yeah, I feel like I've done plenty of races in Charlie's games, and I feel like every time the thing that wins the race is fuel saving. Doesn't matter what league, rack, or IROC, fuel saving is key to win the race.
Yeah. If you know how to fuel save, you might as well just like say, "Oh, I'm the champion of this league because I know how to do it the best. You guys don't."
Pretty much.
No, just for the entirety of its like actual like like just for the entire existence of like Ron's like booty league. I mean Ron's IROC Camaro league.
And actually, to in ARL, to be honest, that wasn't really the case. More the case was who was faster than S rank. That was more the case in
Yeah.
ARL. There wasn't really a lot of fuel saving.
It's like, oh, if you're faster than S rank, you're banned. You suck. We're gonna jump you. Make sure you lead this league because no one can beat the precious Kama Moon.
I thought the max was 4 drivers.
No, but like I'm pretty sure everyone in that league just glazes freaking S rank.
Pretty much. It's not even like
That's
a
how I feel.
competition. They just glaze the fuck out of S rank.
Or, in other words, each other.
No, I know they had 5 drivers. I just always thought the max was 4 because I know Ginty had 5 cars, but the 98, which was his 5th car, was part-time.
Honestly, I thought I should have went full time in D1. I felt like I could have made the chase, or at least contended closer for a few more wins. I should have gone cocky in ARL. And honestly, I kind of should have like knew like with the way people were kind of just getting ranked. Because how does someone like his name's redacted, but how did he get a C license, but yet not even half a season later he got promoted to A class or A rank?
Because this league makes about as much sense as the person who runs it at times. A little bit of poor decision making, but it's
And, oh my damn it! I was gonna ask CH to explain his side of the story, but in ARL, but because like me and him were talking about some stuff from last night on how like kind of like everyone in ARL, or he felt like mostly everyone in ARL, including Charlie, kind of just dogged on him the entire time because he didn't fuck with some of the shit that they were saying. And that just kind of showed how sad Franco could be.
It was like one of the few people he liked in Arrow. He was telling me to come and join him on Avento's team. But no, people didn't really like him in Arrow.
Avento, I just find like he just tries to fit in. Like he tries to be that weird kid that just fits in, and that's it. I know he tries too much to be funny. Like I get I get trying to be funny, but like you just need to like stop. I'm chill with Krieger. I'm chill with me, I guess, even though he insults me like an 11-year-old.
T-Man, I'd say I've been around T-Man for a long time. I'd say he's like pretty much the only. He's one of the few chill ones because obviously he's a broadcaster, so he's not gonna be able to hate anybody. Like every time I see him talk to somebody, it's never really hating. He's always just having like a normal conversation or just joking around.
I gotta say, I know we're dogging on Coma a lot because he deserves it. Even fucking T-Man and Pink had enough of Coma. Even they've had enough. Because I remember we've had a fight, but like those two, they've had enough of his bullshit, and that really goes so far because if your own friends, your closest friends, have had enough of you, I think you might be the problem here.
You might need to start changing your the way you talk.
Yeah, because Coma's attitude, and like I have no problem with the attitude, but he also needs to understand there is a time and a place. Neither of which was the time or the place.
Like, and also mind, this guy's like a fully grown adult saying this stuff that like a 13-year-old should be saying. Like saying this like edgy stuff. But yeah.
I think that's it for racing. Nah, dude, it's time for the Saturn Weiser Driver of the Month.
Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna pick oh wait, July. So races that happen in July.
Okay, let me remind you of the winners. Okay, so FSCR, Nova, Juan, Ron, NBC, Nova, Beat, Ron, Nova, Ron, Saturn, and Nova wins the championship.
And to add on, previous driver of the month can't be re-elected. Just to add some more diversity.
Who was the previous one?
Logical, I think.
Oh, okay. And the one before that?
Logical as well.
Was it Logical before that?
I swear. I feel like most of the ones we did, it was just Logical or someone else. Oh wait. Yeah, no. But for me, I think I'm gonna go with Cole. Put a really strong, yeah. The Cole himself. Even though I know how much you guys like to crap on him.
I don't really know Cole, so I can't crap on him. But unless you're talking about Saturn, Custer.
Top, those guys, they love to crap on him. Or kind of just like make memes with him. But yeah, I'll take Cole. I feel Cole has been like, Cole's been on fire and ERA for me. Cole has been how do I say? I feel like he's like the only ones that could like really like not trying to say like, oh, I'm the big guy, oh, I'm the strong one. No, trying to say like he puts up a really, really good fight. Just going based off of the 2 races I had with him, he put up really good battles with me.
Yeah, I got Nova and Juan because obviously Juan, he's been like so close to being the first ever ERA driver to win 4 races in a row. He's gotten 3 in a row like 3 times, and then Nova obviously won the championship in FSCR and a bunch of other races along with it.
But again, Sam, not trying to discredit him, but like again, he kind of just like not saying he was there in the right time, but like because he competed with like the lead multiple times. If I'm gonna be honest. But I'm pretty sure like he would have had like a harder time winning if Ron, me, didn't get collected in some bullshit.
For me, I'm going to say
Who's Izu? Who is Izu?
I think
Redacted.
yeah, redacted. We don't know that kid.
We don't know that brat.
We don't know that privileged person. I'm gonna say driver of the month. I'm gonna say between Ron, Juan, because I'm trying to not obviously no electing yourself, no doing that. Can't do that. I'm gonna say Ron, Saturn, or Juan. I think it might be between Saturn or Ron.
Yeah, for me it's like Cole, Ron, or Saturn Boober. Yeah, no, Saturn's been on fire. Like he's like private from that one scene in Madagascar. But yeah, I'm gonna vote for Nova on this one. So
I finally had a decent finish to start off fucking ERA properly because did well at Daytona, died towards the end. Sebring died towards the end. NOLA was the first track that I didn't do that. So thank you, Saturn, for including NOLA. That was very nice of you. You did me a solid. Even if you won that race, you did me a solid.
But yeah, so I guess by anonymous vote, it'll just be Saturn Boober.
Yeah, I think I got Saturn too. You know, one.
What do you mean
his home
no?
race, three.
Because I think
Saturn
Junior
too,
said it was
he won his
me.
home race 3 years or 3 seasons in a row, and he's winning one in FSCR after a long time. It made a start in FSCR after a long time, and he ended up winning. And IROC 2 winning, somehow saving 15 laps of fuel.
Yeah. I think, yeah, because hang on, if we tally up the votes here, I think Junior voted for me. I don't know, did Ron vote for me?
I think he
Yes, he did.
but I voted for Cole. Oh, there's a Cole roll.
I look in general.
Oh, in general. Oh,
I can't select more than one.
why did you have to put the game? Okay. Obviously, cannot vote for yourself. Don't do that. Hey, Juan, why did you put next to Ron chicken?
I don't know.
Dude.
There's
Why?
something, there's something off about Ron that made me put that.
Whoever's ending the stream, mind you if you show that for 1 second. That's terrible joke.
Explaining the cold break, I don't know. I just found that emoji in my recent use and put that for cool. I could not find anything.
Up?
Okay. It looks like by unanimous appeal, and it looks like Saturn has won this. The Frenchie has won.
Napoleon has won Driver of the Month. But then we're gonna call it. But okay. I'm gonna go look for a random sponsor to say. I don't care that Ron's gonna slaughter me later, but
Good job, dude, man.
Okay. I got it. I got it. Nope. Reese's Puffs move of the race of the month. Reese's Puff move of the race. I mean, race of the month.
So I believe not Sebring. We're gonna just take that out back and shoot it in the head. No more. We're not doing. Don't even.
Wrong. It's Reese's Puffs race of the month.
I'm gonna say FSCR Homestead. I'm putting FSCR Homestead. That race had it all. The strategy, the racing, it had it all.
for me, I kind of want to put ERA Nola or the SRU Pre-Thunder at Michigan.
I also kind of want to put FSCR Atlanta because those closing laps, that was probably, I don't know what you were doing, Saturn, when you were watching the closing laps of Atlanta, but I mean, that was pretty intense. That was getting pretty intense.
I think I think ERA Daytona was really good because PCC had every single car in the field was battling for the win for the entire race, and then VPC, every car in the field was battling for the win at some point.
Yeah, I tried to stay off the wall as much as I could, Saturn, but sometimes some people do send it a little hard, so not blaming them.
FSCR Atlanta was pretty good too.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna say Homestead over Atlanta just because it just like that racing was so much more interesting.
I didn't really have a good race. I was so far behind. I was so far behind to the point where I couldn't even see you guys battling. So I'm not really going to vote that. Yeah, I'll go with Atlanta. Right. Even though it was hard to get away at Atlanta because the draft was so strong, it was actually a really good race.
All right, I made Sagex pull. I added an extra one for you guys. Just.
Hey, why'd you put Rack Daytona up there, bro? What is wrong with you?
That is shit out of it.
That is the extra.
Bro, where's my ERA Sebring, bro? That was the greatest race ever.
No, you know. Yeah, okay.
One just put ERA Daytona up there because that's the only race we won in this list.
Dude, it's the only race I raised. I did not do any of the last FSCR races besides Martinsville.
By unanimous decision, the Reese's Puffs Race of the Month belongs to FSCR Atlanta.
Do you know what's bad when even Junior is saying Rack should never win Race of the Month?
No, Junior. I think Rack Homestead should win Reese's Puffs Race of the Month.
No. Not because of what Krieger did at the end. No.
Yes.
What if we do what is it? Junior Engine's worst moment of the month.
Sebring, ERA.
Save it for later.
Nope, Sebring.
Nope, save it for another day.
No, we should do that right now because we do a junior podcast every 2 months.
Right.
Every 5 years. Every 262 years.
But it is August. It is August. You buffoon.
It is August right now.
Yeah, Ron was getting a job. He was slaving away. Yeah. He was making that money. He was getting that dough.
Yeah, you could buy that Hellcat.
Yep, spending on those hoes. Yeah, Ron does not like Hellcats. He likes Camaros.
There's literally a Hellcat right there, bro. I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway,
that is not a Hellcat. I don't know what you're talking about. No such thing.
Anyways, that should be it. I think that should be it of the Junior podcast. Thanks to our friends from Reese's Puffs, Haas, Junior Engines, Junior Diecast, and Junior Racing. That'll be all for today.
And we dissed the Ravens. I hope they lose. Good day, everybody.
And Saturn lives in New York City. Goodbye.